Hey everyone, this is Steve from PublishPress, and in this video I'm going to talk about the PublishPress Checklists plugin, which is the best way to make sure all your content is ready to go live. I'm going to introduce you to one of the key tasks in the plugin, which allows you to control and verify all the links in your content. Now, I have the PublishPress Checklists plugin installed on this site. I'm using the free version. And if you go to Checklists in your WordPress admin menu, you can scroll down and you're going to see 3 different requirements here that all deal with the links in your content. This one allows you to control the number of internal links in your content. Normally, for search engine optimization, having more internal links is good. That means that you're cross-linking between your site and showing Google that other pages on your site are relevant and useful and connected to what you're writing on this particular page. So I'm going to set this to required, and in this box over here I can choose the minimum and maximum number of internal links. I'm going to set a fairly high minimum, and I'm going to set a maximum of 10. Then the next option down is the number of external links. In contrast to the number of internal links, you want this to be really pretty low, because if you're linking out, a lot of SEO experts think that this can reduce the SEO optimization of your content. So I'm going to set this to required, and I'm going to set this to a maximum of 3. The minimum number is going to be left empty, because if we don't have any external links, then that's absolutely fine with me. And also, I'm going to use this link validator. It's going to make sure that all the links that I'm adding are actually valid, and that I'm not sneaking in any broken links by accident. So I'm going to set this to required as well. I will scroll down, click on Save Changes, and now I'll go to Posts, and I will add a new post. On the post editing screen, I can look down in the right sidebar, and here's my checklist. One of these items is marked in red. I have to have between 5 and 10 internal links, and this one is set to required. You can see the asterisks and you can see it's marked in red, and the publish button is not working. There's a warning sign above it. So let me show you how this works. This is a post with links, and I'm going to get started with a link to WordPress. And my link is going to be http://wordpress.org. And this is a valid link. It should work. And this one, this requirement, is green. Let's see what happens if that link was not a valid link. What happens if I'm missing those 2 T's, for example? WordPress will normally allow me to save that link and it won't raise any complaints. But the checklist plugin is going to catch it and say, not all of the links are using a valid format. It's going to complain about any link that is not using a valid format like that. Let me see if I can turn that red into a green check mark again. I will edit the link, add in the double T, and we are good to go again. However, I just added an external link. This requirement here is still forcing me to have internal links. Okay. Okay, that's an internal link. That's an internal link. That's an internal link. You get the idea by now. I can link to a page as well. And hopefully with this last one, with this 5th internal link, this has now turned to green. So if you have this particular requirement that people have to add between 5 and 10 internal links in the content, you are forcing your users to cross-link to other areas of your site. And you're also making sure they do it using a valid link format, making sure that the links are valid, making sure they work, making sure they don't have any broken formatting. And you're also limiting the number of external links that you can have in your content that will sap any page rank that may be leaching out to other sites. So the Checklists plugin can do all sorts of useful things. We've just touched on how it can make sure you have the correct number of links in your content and that they're valid. But if you go to the main checklist screen on your site, you'll see all sorts of other useful requirements, such as making sure you have the correct number of characters in the title of your post, making sure you have the correct number of words. You can set a maximum and minimum for that, the correct number of categories, tags, and all sorts of other useful requirements as well to make sure that your content is ready to go live. PublishPress Checklists really is the most useful plugin for people that want to make sure that their content meets their own high standards.